Once upon a time, there was a charming prince who lived in a castle until one day. Wait. That's not the story for today. Okay. Let's start over. The black sheep of the royal family, or a hero ahead of his time, a source of pride or embarrassment for the United Kingdom. In today's episode of Hero's Journey, we'll talk about the life of Prince Harry. Henry Charles Albert David, known as Prince Harry, was born in Paddington, London on September 15, 1984. He's the second son of Prince Charles and Princess Diana. Prince Harry shocked the world in centuries-old traditions after he and his wife, Meghan Markle, decided to step back from their royal privileges and no longer use their Royal Highness titles in January 2020. But even before this decision, his life choices already showed us that he was going to be different from other members of the royalty. In 1998, he enrolled in Eton College, one of England's most prestigious schools. After graduating in 2003, Prince Harry decided to spend some time traveling in Australia, where he humbly worked on a cattle farm. He also lived in Argentina for a while and worked in an orphanage in Lesotho, Africa. Seeking experiences outside his comfort zone and stepping out of the royal family bubble, Harry got a taste of the real world, which greatly broadened his view of society and the privileges he had been born into. In May 2005, at the age of 21, Prince Harry joined the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst instead of going to a university. The following year, he managed to join the prestigious Blues and Royals, an elite group with the British Army's cavalry. There, Harry dedicated himself to complete a few secret 2-month missions in Afghanistan. His leadership spirit, along with a deep strategic knowledge, led him to be promoted to lieutenant in 2008. That same year, the prince, or rather Lieutenant Harry, along with 159 other soldiers of his regiment, received a medal for their successful mission in the Afghanistan War. After that, between 2012 and 2013, Harry served again in Afghanistan, this time as a helicopter pilot. He even reached the rank of army captain, but chose to leave military service because he no longer agreed with some actions of the armed forces and wished to pursue new paths. His life changed radically in 2016 when he met the American actress Meghan Markle, known for her role as a legal assistant Rachel in the series Suits. A month later, the two traveled alone to the remote region of Botswana in Africa, where they spent 3 weeks. This period allowed Harry and Meghan to get to know each other on a deeper level and also reflected Harry's love for Africa, a continent he visited many times and where he got involved in humanitarian causes. On the other hand, Meghan brought a new dynamic to the royal circle, being an American actress, divorcee, and biracial, challenging the traditional conventions often associated with royalty. Meghan grew up witnessing her mother being a victim of racial prejudice numerous times, and since 2014, she had been working with the UN advocating for racial equality. When they decided to go public with their relationship, the couple became a target for British tabloids. This media exposure included not just curiosity about the relationship, but also criticisms and comments that often had racist and sexist messages. Facing this intense media scrutiny and public judgment was a challenge for the couple, highlighting the difficulties faced by royal family members who deviate from traditional norms, especially when involving issues of race and national origin. The couple's response to these challenges was remarkable. They did not back down, but instead used their social media to highlight social justice issues, advocating for inclusion and the end of racism. But it was on January 18, 2020 that the couple shocked the world when Prince Harry took a noble stand to defend the love of his life and live according to his own principles. Harry and Meghan announced their decision to step back from their royal privileges and live in the United States, becoming financially independent while still supporting the organizations they represent. In a document signed by his grandmother when she was still alive, Queen Elizabeth, Buckingham Palace informed that the Duke and the Duchess of Sussex would no longer use their Royal Highness titles, having chosen to step back from their rights. However, Harry stated that he would like to keep the title of Prince, as it was given to him at birth. Therefore, the couple would no longer have the duties inherent to a life of public service. losing the status of belonging to the United Kingdom's most powerful family. Stepping away from centuries-old tradition to live a common life resulted in a significant drop in popularity for Harry, and created a dangerous precedent for maintaining the status quo regarding the legitimacy of the royal family. With each passing year, more people worldwide question the perpetuation of the privileges the royal family enjoys amid the economic and social crisis in the United Kingdom. Regardless, Harry has shown himself to be a brave man, and since leaving the royal family, the prince has focused on projects reflecting his passions and values, such as mental health, the well-being of veterans, and the media. An example is the Invictus Games, an international sports event for wounded, injured veterans and people with disabilities. He also works with organizations focused on mental health, supporting education for girls in developing countries, and environment preservation. Through the Archival Foundation, he and Meghan aim to promote compassion in the world by funding projects that serve these causes. These efforts reflect his ongoing commitment to using his influence for positive social changes and global awareness. Although not strictly following the duties of a prince, Harry is carving his own path and being guided by his heart. And for us, that is the true example of a great hero. So if you like this content, please leave a like, because we also need to pay our bills since we're not heirs to the throne. And if you want to receive more episodes of the hero's journey, subscribe to our channel. That's it for today. No fairy tale prince kisses, but with the confidence that Harry and Meghan will live happily ever after. I'll see you next time.